great show for you tonight. And we're going to start it off with a brilliant comedian. He's very funny. He's going to tell you jokes, and you're all going to have a great time laughing. His name is Crafty Pham. Can we
Crafty
applaud?
Pham! Okay! I see it!
Hello? Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah.
First things first, she is a liar. I am not funny. That is too much pressure for me. That hurts. What if you guys don't laugh? What am I supposed to do? Go home, cry a little bit? Oh my god, I'm not actually funny. What am I doing with my life? I'm really not too sure about that one. Alright, for real though, before I actually get into the actual jokes, today is Mental Health Awareness Day. I want to make that a point. I actually suffer from bipolar myself, living with an Asian family, because I'm Asian. I don't know if you can tell by just looking at me. There was a stigma behind talking to therapists and finding help when you needed it. So I just want anybody that's in the crowd listening right now, if you are going through something, you are not alone. It's okay to not be okay. The suicide hotline number is 1-800-273-TALK, which is 8255 for anybody that knows T9. All right, so my name is Crafty Pham. That is not actually my name because I am an Asian. My parents are from Vietnam. Can you imagine them naming me Crafty? They have a very thick Asian accent. It wouldn't be crafty. It would be crappy. Every time I do something, crappy, come here. What you do? Why you break that? That's terrible. It's a stage name. Mainly because I'm very worried that someone will steal my identity. So for all of you in the crowd, you will never know my actual name unless you plan on taking my identity. In which case, don't do that. I am broke. Please do not. I've actually had my identity, well not my identity, but my bank account has been hacked twice this year. In 2019, I've been hacked twice. I don't know if anybody's ever woken up to having $0 in an account. It hurts. It's completely different when you have $0 and you spent it all the night before having a great time. I woke up the next day, it was a Friday, payday. I woke up to 0.01. The hacker left me with 1 penny, a singular penny. You know what the note said under my purchase? Ha 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 ha. What? I'd rather if you taken that 1 penny and said ha 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 than leave me with just a penny. There's nothing I can do with that. So I go to the bank and I say, hey guys, I think my account was hacked because there's a penny in my account. Tristine's her name, she's sitting there typing on a computer. Yeah, it looks like you made a purchase for $1,000 in some face. I'm like, no, I did not do that. I do not have $1,000 to blow like that. I am not balling. I have bills to pay. I have rent. I have car insurance. I have health insurance. I had to go out and get my own health insurance because I turned 27. I'm no longer covered by my parents' plan. It hurts, and apparently I make like that much more money where I can't get free health insurance. So instead I have to pay for very shoddy insurance. If I were to walk out and get hit by a car right now, I think it'd be worth paying them paying me cash out than me having to go to the hospital. I can't afford to go to the hospital. Anyway, so she looks at me and she says, I'm sorry this happened. Unfortunately, this happens to a lot of people, which is not what you want to hear when you just got robbed for everything you have except for 1 penny. Oh yeah, this happens to a lot of people. Why do you tell me this? That is not comforting. Can you just tell me, hey, yeah, your money will be back in like a week or 30 days. It took 3 months for me to get $1,000 back. 3 months. So whoever that guy is in Germany, screw you, because I wasn't able to eat for a week. I had too much pride to ask anybody for money, and that's probably why I'm on the stage, because I wanted to try something out. This is actually my 2nd time doing this. Thank you. I'm actually, hold on, real quick. I'm actually really glad I'm going first. The first time I did this, I went 3rd. I did great. But after hearing this guy, James right here, I'm so glad I don't have to follow him up. Like, he actually has talent. I'm just talking to a microphone, hoping for a reaction. Thank you. So where was I? Right, this guy's a great singer. I'm kind of funny, I guess. And I was robbed twice this year. I often think about getting mugged a lot. I don't know why. I've never been mugged. I've never been close to being mugged. I've seen other people get mugged, and I was too scared to do anything about it. I'm 5'6" and barely weigh like 150 pounds. There's not much I can really do in that situation other than go up and like, hey, I saw what happened. I'm so sorry. If you need a witness, here I am. But yeah, I often think about scenarios that would never possibly happen to me, or at least I hope never happens to me. I often think about being kidnapped a lot. Mainly because I am, again, 5'6". I could pass for a child after I shave. And I think about that very frequently. It's not normal how much I think about being kidnapped. Mainly because, it's probably because I watch too much crime TV. I just watch people getting picked up off the street and they just disappear and they have 24 hours to find this person or they're gone forever. So I think in my head, what am I going to do if I get kidnapped? It's like, oh, if I'm in the trunk, kick out the taillight, wave my hand, they can see me. And then I try thinking about where I was last at and I'm thinking like, oh wait, I have a smartwatch, I can ping my location, hopefully someone will find me. But that's never going to, at least I hope it never happens. If anybody here plans on kidnapping me, please don't. Actually, no, I think I'm better off being kidnapped because I have a lot of bills to pay and I don't want to take care of any of that. So if I'm dead, I don't have to pay for anything. If I don't want to actually be dead, if I could just disappear, that'd be great. So I've been traveling a lot recently. I've been very blessed to be able to do that. At the beginning of the year, I went to Vietnam. Any of you guys have been to Vietnam? No? It's okay, you're not missing much of anything. I actually really liked visiting my family out there. It was really nice. It was being able to take a week to myself and just hang out with my now fiance, who's filming. Hello. Yes, I said fiance. I know. Not only was there a female in the world that wanted to date me, she actually said yes to marrying me. Insane. But yeah, we've been traveling. I actually proposed to her in Chicago. We were in Chicago for this thing called Riot Fest. Thank you. Chinatown, what's up? Kanye West, I love you, bro. But yeah, I was very fortunate enough to reach out to this artist by the name of Matt Caracas, who was performing at Riot Fest, and I tweeted him every single day, twice a day, for a solid month. That is 60 tweets. At Matt Caracas, help me propose my girlfriend. At Matt Caracas, please help me. Help me, help me, help me. And I kept doing it. And finally, the last day, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna keep adding you every single day until I get some kind of response. Yes or no, whatever. The next day, he says, yes, let's do it. We planned it out. I proposed to her during his set at Chicago. All my friends were there. We're all happy. We're crying. She wasn't crying for some odd reason, but I was crying, and it was super great. The worst part of it all, he stole my joke. I was going to come here today and say I tweeted him 100 times and make the joke. He said it in front of everybody in that crowd in Chicago and he stole my joke. I still love the man, but he stole my joke. You don't do that to a comedian. Stealing is not okay. Remember that, kids. I don't know if there's any kids actually here right now. Hopefully there's not. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I've been traveling a lot lately. It's been fun. It's been great. Unless you are not Asian and you are in China. Because you will have the worst time in the world. I mean, like, ever. So I went through, their TSA, whatever they call it, and I go through no problem whatsoever. Followed behind me, another Asian person. Behind me, another Asian person. Keep in mind, my girlfriend was behind me, or excuse me, my fiance was behind me the entire time. And I was like, where did she go? Where is she's in the back of the line for some odd reason. Because much like some people that are of Chinese descent here, they're kind of racist. Although the people here are nicer about it. They're very public. It's like, you are not Asian, we do not want to help you. So it was her, an Irishman, an Indian, which is like a setup to a really bad joke. They were waiting there to finally get through TSA. And then when they found out that I was with her, I now had to wait in the back of the line with her. It took forever. If you have the chance to travel, do not go to China. Sorry. But the Great Wall was kind of cool, I guess. It was cold, though. What is that sound? Anyway. So, like I said, this is my second time doing this. My first year doing this, I was super nervous. I had no idea what to do. And I don't know if you all saw me over there, but I was pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then I was reciting everything. Tonight, I was pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, going, baby shark, do, 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 do. I'm just trying to keep my mind off of the fact that I have to be up here right now, because it's kind of nerve-wracking to be up here right now. But I enjoy it. I like telling jokes, and hopefully, that's kind of my purpose. I want to share laughter with everybody, because laughter is the best medicine out there, and it's free. Free medicine. It's great. So, I used to be a store manager of a vape shop. Yeah, that's an actual thing. I was a manager of a vape shop. I sold vapes to people that had no business with vapes. And it was frightening because they're bona fide fog machines. Excuse me, I'm talking. Anyway, where was I? Right, I was a manager. And luckily, I quit my job. I said, screw this place, I am leaving, and I quit my job, and now I still have access to the schedule, and all of my friends and former coworkers now have to work doubles because I'm not there anymore. And it's kind of upsetting, but at the same time, that is hilarious. Now they know how I felt being there for 3 years. I was at that shop for 3 years, 2 years as a store manager, and I finally was able to go. Although now I work a 12-hour-a-day job in the dirt. So if I look a little dirty, I'm sorry, I was literally in the dirt all day. Luckily, I didn't eat any. So I've worked retail for about 10 years of my life, and it was probably the worst 10 years of my life ever. Mainly because when people found out where I worked, they had questions behind it. First job ever, I worked at T-Mobile. So the moment anything happened to anybody's phone, they would instantly call me. It's like, hey, my phone's doing this, what do I do? I'm like, I'm not even on the clock, can you leave me alone? No? Okay. Second job was I was a waiter, and it was not pleasant at all because people are rude. I forgot one order, they start yelling at me, and I'm just saying, like, I'm so sorry. I'll grab the manager, I suppose, Karen. Anyway. So now when people ask me what I do, you know what I do? I tell them that I'm a janitor. Because no one will ever ask you how to clean your own toilet. Like, ever. Thank you. So when people see that, it's like, oh, okay, and then walk away. The one thing I like about being a janitor, is that you can make it sound fancier than it really is. It's like, oh yeah, I'm the head of janitorial arts. I am a custodian of sorts. Whereas being a manager of a vape shop, there's no way of making this sound pretty at all. It's just like, the manager of a vape shop, and then you just kind of look at the ground. It's like, I know. I don't know how I ended up here. I wish I didn't. But a job's a job, and I have bills to pay. I'm looking at my hopes and dreams going down the toilet because I'm now a janitor. Alright. So there's 2 things I love in this world. 2. Actually, no, 3. One is Blink-182. Hell yeah, Blink-182, yeah. 2 is my fiance, obviously because I proposed. And 3 is annoying my fiance because I like poking her buttons because she's my favorite person in the world, and that's what you do when someone's your favorite person. You bother them to no avail. So what I like to do is, I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. She doesn't like Taylor Swift. I'm also a big Nickelback fan. She does not like Nickelback. I made a Nickelback playlist, and she wanted to throw my iPod out of the car moving. So what I do now is I will play Sparks Fly by Taylor Swift, and as soon as the chorus comes in, I pretend I'm Chad Kroger of Nickelback. I see sparks fly. I'm sorry, babe. I love you. Please don't kick me out of my own bedroom. Where was I? Anyway, Blink-182. I love those guys. Yeah. There was a joke there I'm trying to process in my head that I can't remember. Right. Thanks, man. Anyway. So, back when Xbox Live was still a thing, I would play with people from all over the place, all the time. And my username was, hi, my name is Pham. And that's pretty ambiguous of who I may be. I could be a guy, I could be a girl, whatever. And we would get on Xbox Live and we'd start talking and we're playing, yeah, shoot that guy, headshot, yeah, kill streak, whatever. And then this is when I was still a big time vlogger. And when I say big time, I mean like I had 1,000 subscribers. But I got paid for it, so that was cool. Like, I got free stuff sent to me, which is super dope. And so I'm like, hey guys, I just put out a new video. You guys want to check it out? And I would send them the link, and they would click on the link. Keep in mind, these are people I've never met before in my life, and they would click on it, and like, wait a minute, this is an Asian guy. I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, I thought you were white. I'm like, why? Why would you think that? Like, well, you like Blink-182, you talk about the Giants all the time, you're always cursing at the TV when the Giants are losing, you're a Knicks fan. It's just, you sounded like a white guy. I'm like... So, it was a shocker to them to find out that I'm not white. However, according to my Google Analytics of everybody that watches me, I am very popular among white people. So I feel very accepted by that. Although, at the same time, I need to remember that I am not white sometimes. And there's a while where I sometimes forget that I'm Asian, because my head's just constantly spinning off its own ends, and I'll be walking around, I'll walk by mirrors, like, whoa, who's that guy? Oh wait, that's me. Wow, your eyes are small. And then keep it moving. So, like I said, Blink-182 is my favorite band of all time. A lot of people are confused as to why that is, and that's probably because they are a pop punk band. The pop punk genre itself is not a serious genre. They have fun on stage, but they make serious songs for when I'm feeling sad, which is great. And the one thing I love about Blink-182 is their most popular song of all time is all the small things. And it might be a little stereotypical, but being an Asian guy, I can kind of relate to that. That's my time. Thank you very much, guys.